Hi, this is Rick Roberts. Welcome to the world of paperless document processing. Did you know working with paperless documents can enhance and accelerate business process activities? With eDocPro, you can achieve more systematic control and you'll experience more consistent adherence to your business policies. eDocPro enables intelligent document processing with a simple add-on toolbar for the Adobe Acrobat application program. Today, I'd just like to show you a brief demonstration of an eDocPro business process workflow. We're using a property management firm in our example of an electronic document workflow today. We'll start at the desktop of the sales rep. They've just met with a prospective client to look at a construction project. Now the sales rep is going to use a desktop shortcut to an Excel template that they use to keep their bid request form. At this point, the sales rep will enter the field sketch for the materials and the general guidelines for labor requirements on this project. And we're going to go ahead and skip to the completion of the bid request form. And at this point, if you look on the top left, we have a menu shortcut that saves the document into the Acrobat workflow. The sales rep clicks that one time, and with that, the sales rep can go into Acrobat. They'll open their private and secure mailboxes. Here they're going to go to the construction workflow, and there the sales rep sees their new bid request on this project. Now, here the sales rep is just going to add a comment. Remember, comments are unlimited, and they cannot be edited or deleted once they're sent in the workflow. Here, the sales rep is just going to say, need bid request by Friday for client meeting. Okay, now at this point, the sales rep is going to initiate the document into the workflow. This is a construction project, and the sales rep works in the South region. So here, the sales rep has a South construction workflow menu option. And when the sales rep selects this as the initiator of a document, they'll be required to name this project. So now, the sales rep is going to go ahead and give this project a name. We'll call it the Ridge Golf Project. Now, eDocPro is going to confirm in the archives that that file name is unique. And it is, so we'll be allowed to proceed with that name. Now, the sales rep has their workflow menu options, and they're going to go ahead and choose to complete the bid request. Now, when the sales rep completes that, they're going to get a confirmation box that comes up, and it's just going to confirm that they're sending the bid request form to the estimating department. Here, eDocPro can have a user required password, but for now we're just using this Y, and there it goes. So the document's now been sent to the estimating department in the workflow. And before we go over there, I just want to go back here and show you that this document is no longer in the sales rep's mailbox. So you can see here, the document's gone, and it's gone to the estimating department, and we're going to go there now. Now we've moved over to the estimator's office. The estimator is going to open Acrobat, and here they'll open their private and secure mailboxes, and in the construction workflow mailbox here we can see the Ridge Golf Project. Now the estimator is going to take the information that was entered by the sales rep on this bid request form, and they'll add that data to a separate application program that the firm uses for engineering and estimating costs on construction projects. Now, here I just want to mention that eDocPro fully supports data integration, and any data that is entered to eDocPro can be seamlessly integrated to any other application program that accepts integration files. So, at this point, we're going to say that the estimator has completed the program for estimating the project, and they're going to run some reports, and here we're just going to add one of those reports to our workflow document. The estimator is going to select the Add Doc command, and here they'll put in the name of the document or the name of the report. Now here eDocPro is just confirming where it expects to find the document. Now we can change the path here if we need to. And here we have the bid proposal form. At this point, the estimator is going to go ahead and add another document. This one's going to be a photograph of the project site. And again, eDocPro is going to confirm the path. We can change that if we need to. And now we can see, if we go to the bottom of the document where we have appended a photograph of the project site. Now here, I think it's important to point out that the path for each document that's merged to the workflow document is added at the top of that document. So here we can see the path for the photograph. Here we can see the path for the bid request form. Here we can see the path for the estimating report, which was the bid proposal form. So at this point, the estimator is going to go ahead and they'll add a comment. They're just going to say, assume no overtime. And now the estimator is ready to send the document in the workflow. So we're going to go ahead and select the construction workflow. The estimator is going to complete the estimate in step 102 for the South region. And now the estimator is going to verify that this construction estimate is going to a branch manager proposal. It's a bid proposal going to the branch manager. Now, once again, I just want to demonstrate that the document has been moved over to the branch manager's office here. So we're going to go back. I'm going to show you in the estimator's mailbox. The document does not exist there anymore because the document's down with the branch manager. Now very quickly, before we go down to the branch manager's office, I just want to point out that at any time a user in a defined workflow can find a workflow document in a read-only status while the document is active in the workflow. Now, when a document has reached a certain step in the workflow, the document is considered archived, and at that point anyone can add comments that has access to that document. So we're going to show a little bit more about that when we do the archiving demonstration video. So now we're going to go over to the branch manager's office and we'll pick up the document there. Alright, we've moved over to the branch manager's office, and here the branch manager will just open Acrobat and they'll check their mailboxes. Here they see the Ridge Golf project in the construction workflow mailbox, and some of you may have noticed that the prefix of the file is updating for each step in the workflow. Now that's going to be the case as long as the document is active in the workflow. So at this point, the branch manager is going to review the user comments and the documents that have been appended to the project file, and it may be necessary that the branch manager send the document back in the workflow for adjustment or revision, and that's not a problem. Certain users in the workflow have access to send the document back in the workflow, and what happens next is that eDocPro will require those steps to be recompleted before the document can proceed in the workflow. Now the way eDocPro does that is by using metadata, which is the behind-the-scenes tracking of every step that the document is going through. Now I'll give you another example of how eDocPro is using metadata here. We're going to say that the branch manager is distracted and inadvertently they select the maintenance workflow menu. Now you can see from the pop-up alert box that eDocPro is going to prevent this construction workflow document from being processed in a maintenance workflow menu. So I just want to show you one more example of how eDocPro is using metadata. And here we're going to go ahead and select the construction workflow menu. And here the branch manager has been given access to all of the steps in the workflow. And that's not typical. Normally users are restricted in which workflow steps they have access to. And in this case, we're going to go ahead then and we're going to try to send this document ahead a few steps and have a work order issued. And again, here there's a pop-up alert that you can see that is going to prevent this document from skipping these steps. eDocPro is going to require that each step is completed in the workflow. So with that, we're going to go ahead and say that the branch manager has completed a review, and now the branch manager is going to go ahead and approve this project. So first we'll just add a comment and we'll just say need credit check, new customer. Now we'll go ahead and select the construction workflow menu, and the branch manager is going to complete step 103, which is the bid proposal. Branch manager approving the bid proposal is now sending the project to a CFO submittal, and we're going to go to the CFO's office next, where we're going to go ahead and wrap this project up. Alright, well, we've moved over to the office of the CFO, and here we're just going to open Acrobat, and here we see the CFO's workflow mailboxes, and here in the construction workflow mailbox we see the Ridge Golf project. Now the CFO is going to have an opportunity to review all of the completed steps, the user comments, and the documents that have been appended in this project file. Acrobat is especially useful for combining content from different sources, and here what you've seen is somewhat of an abbreviated example of how we're building shared content in a project file with input from different users in a shared workflow. Now at this point, the CFO can send the document back for adjustment or revision in the workflow. We know that that's not a problem. But for our example here, we'll go ahead, we'll add a comment, and we'll send the document forward in the workflow. Now, when the CFO sends the document to the next step in the workflow, they're going to be completing step 104, which is approving the bid submittal. Now here you can see that the CFO submittal is going now to the account manager in order to secure an agreement with the client. After that, a signed client agreement will be appended to the workflow document, and then the workflow file will go to the finance department where they'll set up billing, then to a regional administrator where they'll issue a work order, and ultimately that work will be assigned in the field. eDocPro is paperless document processing with custom tools for business process routines, workflow automation, and electronic document management. Thank you so much for watching our demonstration today, and please look for more eDocPro videos on YouTube.